he actually brought him on board to fuck shit up for me. But surprisingly, he actually low-key caped for me and would help me out as much as he can, but not really sincerely. He's still a vicious, evil motherfucker. Like I said, I saw him looking at that poor Mexican girl through a screen, watching her go through like very, very terrible obstacle courses. Very, very horrible obstacle courses. To the point where she could never escape. And later on, when this curse befell me, a couple of the people that were in it was a couple of white folks. That's why you can't talk shit about people in their race. I'll never do that. You know, I'm not politically correct. I call everybody something, whatever the fuck they are. Niggas, wetbacks, spick and C-spans, yates. But they came back when this curse first befell me, and they rescued my brother. The Alex Nacimiento entity was looking at him through the computer monitor. It was Baron Samedi that brought that curse on me, that brought that sadistic motherfucker later on. I'm already in the process of working out a way to get all of that shit out so that I can get my life back on track and not be stuck in strings of homeless fucking shelters for the rest of my life. It all goes back to Billy B.A., by La Mo. With that being said, he was the one that put the Occalas on. From what I'm understanding, I kept getting different reports. And it's funny, too, at the outbreak of this curse, I kept being told that Baron Samedi is the mastermind behind it. He's the main one, the orchestrator, the strings behind it. And that Zendaya was the benefactor. You know, I kept talking all that shit about a white girl from Destrehan, Louisiana, named Rosie or Ashley Hampstead, who supposedly died in her sleep. Nah, that was Zendaya. That's benefiting off of my blessings by making me and my family fucking cursed. I can't stand that little fucking skinny ass biracial ass bitch. You ain't black, motherfucker. You half fucking white. Yeah, Baron Samedi caping for that because of her appearance. He an Uncle Tom ass nigga. You don't like the fact I like white men, but yet likes the product that produces. A biracial bitch like that. The fuck out of here, you fucking nigger. Fucking mayate. I'll say this right now. When the curse first broke out, guess who helped me out? Santa Muerte. So you ain't gonna hear me say not a motherfucking negative thing about that lady. She was the first one to help me out. She saw me in distress and had some of the people who work with her put them on to help me and my family out when they saw me and my family were in danger. So you ain't gonna hear me say anything negative about her. And I'm gonna say something else. You be calling Mexicans wetbacks and shit in the astral plane. Baron Samedi, a.k.a. Billy B.A. You racist motherfucker. Hold on a second. With that being said, this is very evil and fucking sadistic to be putting me under a fucking curse that tears apart my consciousness and all that fucking shit. That has me inundated with roach attachments to where I'm constantly getting you okay, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Parasited off of. You know, they be putting roach attachments of various people in my part of the astral plane, in my body, and you know, at certain times, I mean, even though Look, I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Can't even smoke. Thank goodness. I felt like I was near fucking dead. And it's all artificial. I shouldn't be like that. With that being said, Billy BA, from what I understand, they stole my soul piece. They captured it. When they stole my soul piece, they refused to return that motherfucker. I believe. I keep hearing different reports that Billy BA might have given it to him or something. With that being said, from what I'm understanding, he created an entity attachment of me. This is how he kept me part of the curse, in which this false me stated that since you got my soul piece, you are going to be rendered a sacrifice. He told the Occalas through that soul piece that they are to become sacrifices. And that if they cannot sacrifice me, myself, he actually wrote it as part of my destiny, my fate. If they can't sacrifice me, then he's going to sacrifice them. So he put undue pressure on these people to sacrifice me. I'm going to tell you something right now. The other night, when he did something really, really fucking foul and cruel, with an entity attachment that see Miss Anderson I keep talking about, that is a bully too. It's an entity attachment that possesses me. It's a spirit of a pedophile. You know, I saw some of the shit he does too. I saw him licking a baby's vagina. I mean, just sick fucking shit. This is what Billy B.A. Balamo is associated with. With that being said, he did something where I forgot what it was, but it had something to do with, in a very vicious manner, blocking me from getting my blessings and my spiritual powers back. With that being said, from what I recall, from what I heard, I could hear their higher selves, the Occalas, Nini Ocala, what's his name? The other Ocala. Nini Ocala. I could hear Nicholas Beard, and even that's a vicious motherfucker. I can't stand that motherfucker. He got some evil on him. And Ethan Ocala say to him, man, you're doing too fucking much to her. Why are you doing all this shit? I'll tell you this. Her higher self, Barbara, a.k.a. Nini Ocala's higher self, were actually helped rescue from the roach realm. She's actually helped me out in so many motherfucking ways that Alex Nascimento, in his own way, would help me out. But this nigga, anyways, I believe he signed a soul contract with him to keep them from getting my shit. I mean, to keep them stuck in a curse themselves so that I stay stuck to the curse by sacrificing them. And I don't know what's true, what's going on, but from what I heard, they were sacrificing people long before I came across them. Anyways, all three of those motherfuckers are hell-bent to hold on to my spiritual powers, abilities, and blessings. Now, from what I'm understanding, I'm going to tell you something right now. At the beginning of the curse, and I'm going to elaborate more on it in my book, Astral World, I remember it was Billy B.A. First off, there was an ancestor that had given my blessings to them girls I was talking about who went on to do modeling and all of that, fashion design. They fed off of my blessings. With that being said, I was trying to find a place in the astral plane where I could keep my money after I procured it from some reptilians that were being kept, that were keeping hold of it. Some iguana-looking reptilians. I actually talked about them in the past. If I haven't seen them. And I said, no, you ain't gonna be giving. I'm not gonna be under anybody. Get the. She had like a nigga energy about her, and I don't, like I said, I'm not like a fucking Uncle Tom, but I'm also not like a True Blood Black. I'm not like, hey, yeah, nigga, well, or even, I'm not. My consciousness isn't black. It's more universal. It's white universal, and more like Trailer Park. With that being said, I was like, nah, my belief system at the time was you become your own God. I'm going to say something right now. During this curse, I've learned to respect God a lot fucking more. And Jesus. People talk shit about Jesus, but Jesus was the first motherfucker during this curse to actually come and try to save my black ass. Jesus was the first. So you ain't going to hear me say shit about Jesus or God anymore. They got some guys that's pieces of shit, but not all guys are like that. Anyways, with that being said, sorry. I'm just trying to recollect exactly what I wanted to say. I decided I was going to try to take it somewhere else. So I brought it to my old childhood home and put it there and built something else on it. And I saw all my ancestors and they were all happy, and all that other shit. What saddened me and what kills me to this day is that I saw Baron Samedi and he got sent by that woman. The woman who I was talking about, who I immediately withdrew my money from, who herself was giving out my money to them bitches who also sacrificed me, the ones who used to live in that artist loft. To make a long story short, next thing I know, Baron Samedi comes through and he signs a bunch of notices, a bunch of documents, contracts, unwittingly without my consent, with a bunch of other fucking people to sell my house in the astral plane, my childhood home, which Barbara, aka Nene Occalas, people have been living in to this fucking day. With that being said, from what I'm understanding, Billy B.A., aka Baron Samedi, had a hand in influencing the whole deal with the Occalas making a soul contract with Zendaya, which from what I understand got rectified, with it being spelled in a manner in which she won't get sacrificed to Baron Samedi or to any of their hell realms, but it'll be me and my fucking family being set up as a sacrifice. That's an evil fucking bitch. There's no coincidence. It's not a coincidence that there's been 2 deaths on the show that she's on, Euphoria, with 2 healthy people. With 2 healthy people. It's no coincidence. And all of a sudden, at her young age, she's an executive producer. It's no coincidence. She came up being fed off of my blood. I saw where my poor dad and my poor mama were at in the astral plane the other day. And I did something that indicated to me that they actually are in fact dead. They're not in their bodies. And me and a couple of other spiritual workers, we've been trying our hardest to put them back. We've been playing 125 hertz frequency, 1185 hertz, trying to put them back in vain. You know, my fucking poor father, he had all sorts of fucking bites all over him because of this motherfucking curse, that fucking nigger, Billy fucking B.A., Baron Samedi. After being stuck in the fucking roach realm, all because of him. All because he really wants to covet my powers and abilities. With that being said, he signed a soul contract between my ancestors and him, letting them get out, but saying that I have to stay under the curse. He dictated to him that if I don't stay under the curse, they're going to end up back in the roach realm or back in whatever hell realm he had them palleted, which you don't want, which is close to being turned into living furniture, which you don't want. That's the worst in the astral plane. He had my ancestors stuck in hell realms. Very evil motherfucker, very malicious motherfucker. With that being said, I kept hearing all throughout this curse that he was involved. I didn't want to believe it at the time. But I noticed that for some strange reason, I couldn't get the Occalas. It's like I would fuck them up, and then it was like they're fucking invincible. I would fuck them up, and next thing I know, these niggas were literally like fucking roaches. I couldn't get them. It's because Baron Samedi was blocking me from being able to get them. Once I came to that realization, I was able to get their asses easily, like it's nothing, and fuck them up. They look like this. That's not them, but that's how they look, from what I understand, from what I've been told in the spirit world. I was also told that they look like wetbacks, but I think that's Mexicans. With that being said, from what I'm being told in the spirit world, he was the one, and I experienced this lately, allowing all sorts of entities, opening up the spirit door for entities to come and fuck with me. That's why I've been getting a barrage of evil entities fucking with me ever since. That seems not be able to, that can't be stopped. And why I feel like I'm like under a barrage of fucking curses, it's all because of him. He's been fucking with my ass, trying to make me forget shit, trying to, the other night, he's done a number on me, my higher selves, and my spirit guides, and my spirit team. It's almost to the point where, at one point he tried to fuck with my free will. You don't do that. Like I said, he's a major energy vampire. He's a very devilish motherfucker. He's worse than Satan. People talk shit about Satan. I'm going to say this. Even Satan said at the onset of this curse, why put her in fucking hell realms? Why do that to her? Why do that to her mind like that? Billy B.A.'s intentions were to keep me stuck in hell realms for the rest of my life and as close to death as possible so I can never escape this curse. He was instrumental, as a matter of fact, in making an agreement with the Occalas to keep me as close to death as possible so that every time I try to rebuild my astral body, I can't because of him. He gets in the way and fucks it up. He wanted to set me on the path of being homeless for the rest of my life, of being stuck in hell realms and not have shit. And I'm going to say this. There were times, this is how much of a mastermind he is. He would pretend to help at times. And when he would not try to get my blessings back. He would actually block me from getting my blessings. I'm going to say this right now. Remember how I talked about the white girl supposedly from Destrehan, Louisiana, who died in her sleep, named Rosie Ashley Hampstead, whatever, who ended up in another fucking realm, in another time, in another place, who couldn't, sign the contract with the Occalas and all that. That's in died, from what I found out. One time, when I was trying to get my blessings back, or get into that timeline, so I thought, he, numerous times was the main one blocking me. I remember the next morning when I woke up. I felt his presence block me from getting back what's really my blessing. I thought it was a timeline, but it's actually my blessing from getting my shit back. The next morning after I died in my sleep. I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's true, because like I say, the owner of a store said to me, you called me on the phone early this morning after I had somebody else's timeline slapped on the back of my body, the ancestral timelines and all of that, supposedly Rosie's. And next thing I know, the motherfucker, the storekeeper, the store owner was saying, hey man, I got a call from somebody who sounded exactly like you in distress, and it sounded like you were coming through static. That's a sign of a ghost. Billy B.A. fucked my life up. He fucked it up stupendously. To the point where I can't break free of the motherfucking curse. Wanted me to live in mediocrity, which is not me. That's not what I was meant to be. I was meant to be a great orator, a great artist, a great writer, somebody that's in the public eye that does not unusual, but what's that word? Unorthodox things, the things that unusual jobs for a living, but not unusual as in the common term, like, you digging ditches and all that shit and, something like that, something higher, like a writer, an orator, somebody like that. And he totally fucking blocked it. Totally fucking blocked it. And blocked me from all life paths and roads that could lead me to fucking greatness. He's the one that's instrumental for putting and keeping my family stuck in roach realms and keeping my parents out their bodies, along with my brothers. I mean, from what I understand, he made an entity attachment of my brother that was meant to be negative by creating it from a negative aspect of him to keep me tortured and tormented under the curse. This motherfucker fucking with me right now as I talk about this. At the beginning of this curse, I remember seeing posted right underneath my house in the basement of it, Billy B.A., a.k.a. Baron Samedi, lurching there, waiting to attack and destroy my parents as part of this curse. He was highly instrumental in keeping this, and not just orchestrating the commencement of this curse, but keeping it going. by, portraying a charade and making it sound like it's the Occalas when it's not just them motherfuckers. Like I said before, I did a video talking about this. Them motherfuckers are under the influence of and are totally controlled by their roach attachments. Them motherfuckers don't have a brain or consciousness of their own. From what I understand, they signed a soul contract with their very roach entities to give them consciousnesses that they steal from motherfucking people. And Baron Samedi, a.k.a. Billy B.A., put them energy vampires on me to keep me stuck in hell for the rest of my motherfucking life so I can never get back up and get higher and go somewhere in life and do well. And nigga fucking Mayate is the main reason behind why I'm stuck. Them motherfuckers just do what their roach attachments tell them to fucking do, and they live in glorious fucking mansions, glorious houses. And he's working with these fucking white people to keep me under fucking oppressed, spiritually oppressed, while I fucking waste away in homeless shelters. Talking about having plans to put me in mental hospitals, mental homes for the rest of my motherfucking life. Simply because I was an articulate, intelligent kid, full of aspiration, full of promise. And he fucked it up. He fucked my life up. He fucked up my parents. My parents should be where Zendaya is. I should be there. And it's not even about that. I should be wealthy and famous on my own fucking terms. The latter half of my life promised me that, but they blocked me. This motherfucker blocked me. Blocked me from getting fucking greatness and stardom and fame, man. I mean, it's not even about that. I like to do my own shit on my own terms. When I was doing the topless protest on the fucking PCH, I kept wondering, why is my money so stalled? It all went back to Billy B.A., Baron Samedi, telling them white people, the Occalas, hey, if you don't kill her, I'm gonna, then y'all gonna get sacrificed. Fucking up my higher self to the point where they're traumatized by that motherfucker. They don't want to have to fight that motherfucker. I've come to this realization recently, and he ain't really shit to take out. He didn't like my dad because he's a very, very nice man, very kind man, that he, in his hood mentality, would consider to be fake. Total fucking nigger. And I mean that with a hard G-E-R. E-R. He's a fucking nigger. Don't ever worship him. Don't ever work with him. It's not that he's a trickster. He's worse than a demon. He's what they call a roach attachment. He's a roach. That's really what he is in the spirit world. He's not what people think he is. That's why he looked the way he do. That's why he's so tricky. That's why he likes, if he don't like you, if you don't like your personality, fucking with you, fucking with your personality, fucking with your consciousness. Letting these energy vampires rape me of my destiny, my fucking spiritual powers, my family, my bloodline. Putting all these evil ass spirits on me to the point where I have to fucking fight every single fucking day this shit off. And, I shouldn't live my life like this. And from what I understand, his ultimate goal is to get me to commit suicide. That's his ultimate goal, is to get me to commit suicide. By having me get harassed by all of these evil people, wicked people, and wicked entities. Got my fucking mama functioning like a vegetable, almost. My dad, if it wasn't for the help of, spirit guides, God, ancestors, we wouldn't be fucked. Got all this. I'm not gonna even say trickster energy. Now that I know what it is, roach energy. All this evil, fucking wicked energy. It's not even demonic. It's worse than that. It's pure evil. It's pure evil. And all I know is that he's the reason for why I'm stuck where I'm at.